You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is Eglass Angels, Season 5, Episode 6, recorded June 2019, posted January 2022. It's episode 327. He stole my hat!
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. I am Scott McNulty, one of your top 4 Dungeon Masters? I don't know. We are back at Dark Sun, where we have left our adventurers on the doorstep of the infamous Mud Sorcerer's Laboratory. What are they going to do? Are they going to get Regdar's stolen hat back? Are they going to slowly close the door and sneak away? We'll find out in probably a minute or less.
As I recall, that hat was hella haunted, so, you know.
Was.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the rest of us knew that, but maybe in the interim, Regdar has shared that with the group.
Yeah, I'm sure that Regdar has regaled everyone who wasn't there with the tales of the time he got a spooky hat that he could not remove. And when it was stolen by some weird dude and a bunch of rocky people. So you are standing in the door is open. Regdar has seen the crown that he was wearing for a while on one of the tables through the crack. And I will remind you that Miradar is an Earth Genasi. You can tell that by looking at him. So he seems to be busy looking at some supplies on a table there. He's doing some kind of arcane research. It's hard to tell from where you are. But he hasn't noticed you, which I suppose is what I should lead with.
Is there a plan?
What should we do here?
Yeah, who recognizes it? Because I would
not recognize him.
Almo probably kind of remembers him vaguely.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Me not sure what etiquette is in this procedure. I will quietly close the door again, just so we have a moment to discuss without possibly alerting this guy.
The door closes. Remember, these are big stone doors that pivot, so you just kind of slowly close it. Yep. Yeah, exactly. I was going to say quiet as that.
I was thinking we'd just go in and talk to him and see how much we can learn about what's going on here. But if you guys already know him...
That sound eminently reasonable and not entirely like a thing we would do.
I mean, if you guys already know him, maybe that's a bad idea.
You could go in, or you and I could go in.
That's an idea.
The rest of us could jump him.
Yep. Yeah.
Do we think he's the guy? Do we think he's the?
I don't know. He is a Genasi.
He's also in a room full of statues made out of mud.
What are you saying about Genasi over there, Regdar?
They seem to be held in high esteem by these cults.
Okay.
And
just checking.
And are significantly high up in the power structure. I have nothing against Genasi, but it seems like...
It should be noted, though, that what's-his-name in the other room referred to this guy as the Mud Sorcerer, as opposed to his exaltedness or something. So,
well, maybe this guy has info we could use.
Well, he's going to recognize me vis-a-vis he stole my hat.
That doesn't mean he recognizes you. He recognized the hat.
Shara and him by name.
Okay.
Shara and Zotasha, you have an advantage here that you are new faces.
We're all new faces. We're wearing masks.
Yeah. Also, you have an advantage that you're not as dumb as Regdar, Kachka, Carlos, or Omlal.
Oh, like that's hard.
Yeah, that's a low bar. You're a Genasi. Maybe there's some sort of like
secret
that
handshake.
Will engender some goodwill.
Same, Dan. You think they have like a secret handshake?
Mm-hmm. No. Some of our best friends are Genasi, and here's one now.
Not racist.
I'm gonna drop my my air discipline and gently fall to the floor and switch my discipline to psychic disruption, so I have advantage on deception checks, just in case.
All right.
Right. I'm willing to go in. So, I mean, do the rest of you want to go around a corner or something?
Yeah,
I can just wait outside the door.
Before you go, Shara,
I'd like to sing you a little song.
I am going to sing a little song. It's right.
Serenade me.
I bust out the Cleatar and I cast on you Protection from Evil and Good.
Okay.
Ooh. It covers all the bases.
Which, as long as I concentrate on it for up to 10 minutes, let's see. Would this, for purposes of this spell, Scott or Genasi, considered elementals?
No.
Oh, well, never mind then. I do nothing.
Okay.
I noodle around on my...
So the
Your song
usual.
back.
Genasi are, you would know, they're humanoids, not elementals.
Okay. They're also not aberrations, celestials, fae, fiends, or undead.
Nope.
Then this will do you no good.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay. It was worth a thought.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, tell
Ready
me
as I'll ever
what
be.
you're doing.
All right. So I think Shara and I are going to go in and say, open the door.
Mm-hmm.
And
you're
say,
not trying to be stealthy or anything,
No,
right?
no, not at all. In fact, I'm just going to say, excuse me, sir.
And his back is to you, and he says, I left orders not to be disturbed. I am at a crucial moment in my experiment. Silence.
I'm sorry, but I was told.
Silence.
What's your experiment?
Silence.
It's not going
So
well.
I'm gonna in primordial.
Okay,
I'm
actually,
gonna say,
no. Before you have a chance to do that, I just say it telepathically. That's silent. Okay, so now I'm talking silently, and we were came down to tell you
He whirls
about.
around and looks at you both and says, "What do you want?"
To tell
I feel like
you,
these characters are Scott's best characters. The ones who are just really grumpy at us for some reason.
and feel free,
I don't
feel
know.
free, Shara, to jump in now with whatever you were going to say.
we wanted to check on you. There's a monster that got in primordial. There's a monster loose upstairs. We just wanted to let you know so that if it comes barreling through the door, you wouldn't be disturbed. What are you doing?
Thank you for disturbing me. To make
You're
sure that I
welcome.
will not be disturbed, you may go. And then
Is he
turns
wearing the
back.
hat?
He
Do I-
is,
do
you
I
see the
recognize-
crown on the table that he's working on, but he's not wearing it now.
All right,
My friend had a hat like that once.
I was.
I'm gonna just try to mystic charm him. Why not try?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Because then maybe he'll answer some of our questions instead of just telling us to shut up and go away. He's probably got a pretty good chance of making his saving throw.
And it is what, charisma?
Yeah.
He gets an 18.
Yeah, that is enough.
So he's turned his back to you and is back at his experiment.
Where is the crown? Like, is that table like in the middle or next to him? Or?
It's in front of him. I mean, they didn't draw it
It's
on
in
his
front
map, but
Okay.
he's standing in front of a table.
I'm
It's a large
gonna just like walk over there and be like, "Hey, that's a really cool crown." Still in primordial.
He looks at you and says, "You should leave now. Thank you for telling me your message. Now go."
I feel like maybe
Okay.
the rest. Do you think the rest of us should barge in now?
Well, can I
I'm
tell
sure you
what
have
he's doing? Like,
important work.
if I roll an Arcana check or something, can I? Is there something that I can tell he's doing or perception?
Sure.
Since I'm so close.
Roll an Arcana check if you want. If you want.
That's a 5.
It is something magical.
Something magical. All right. Well. Okay. Well, cool. It was really great talking to you. You're super friendly. I appreciate all of this, and I'm just gonna like.
Just staring at you with a blank look on his
Out
face.
we go.
Super charismatic. He's gonna come out here and be like, "That guy's a jerk."
Yeah, we shut the door.
So, how'd it go?
But now we have like the lay of the land and the room.
Yeah.
Knowing what you guys know about the past of this guy, do we want to somehow like sneak in and try to jump him?
I'm always thinking about kicking the door down. It's open. There's no point to it, but he just wants to do it.
I mean,
So, go ahead, Erica.
I was gonna say we could, be sneaky if we wanted.
And I want to like. I think it's the crown that Regdar's talked about. Like
It's on a
all of
bench.
that.
It's in
Which,
there.
What if Almo just like goes
I
in
don't think
and
I
is, like,
necessarily
whacks him over the
want
head?
back, but I don't think it would be great if he did not have it also, right?
We should retrieve it, is what you're saying.
Should I go in and just like whop him on the head?
No, I can
out?
get in there.
Zatasha, roll. No, Shara, roll a perception check for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can
going really well for me today.
I can make myself invisible and a few of us also invisible if I wanted to spend some psi points to do it. But if we're just going to bust in, I don't want to waste them on that.
I rolled an 11.
All right. So you looked at the crown and you've remembered Regdar regaling you with stories about this creepy crown that had gems in it that seemed to flicker with arcane power. And when you looked at it, it still had gems in it, but they seemed to be darkened and cracked.
Okay. Ooh, no. So I will also share that with everybody.
Do we know what that means?
Can Regdar do a quick Arcana check to determine that probably the thing has been experimented on and is less magical than it used to be?
So with a 22, you figure he's probably somehow siphoned off the magical energy that was in that artifact.
Not great, because he probably has it somewhere else. So probably this is basically leftovers at this point.
Ew.
Yeah.
But does that mean that he possesses the power now, or that it's in an object that he's using? I
think it's some flavor of not good.
Yeah.
You're
but
sure?
Is it the kind where we attack this person, or is it the kind where we hurry
quietly continue on our way?
It seems more likely he just drained whatever powers the thing had in order to further his experiments.
I mean, once we get to wherever the big stuff is going down, probably he's going to be called into service and show up at some point, probably during the battle.
Well,
so if we can take him out now,
impassable.
So I was thinking, okay, just hear me out here, and this is me, not Carlos. Carlos will suggest this too, but a stupider version of it. Or maybe it's the same version. You decide how stupid an idea this is. I'm thinking, this guy is a magical person, whether they're going to call on him or whether he's important in some way. What if, follow me here, we tried to kill him, and then one of us pretended to be him?
Oh my God.
Sorry, that was actually Carlos who suggested that.
Yeah, I was going to say, and Carlos is like, I volunteer. I volunteer.
Oh, no, Carlos could not pretend to be him. I think maybe that would be
some normal
Shara
guy
who would be a better person for that. But anyway. Can't hear Erica.
Mm-hmm. I didn't say anything. I was just sort of like...
just gasped.
That was literally my mouth hanging open.
Stunned by the plan.
Well, I mean, this guy he's no good. He's right here. He's by himself, other than these statues, whatever. And he seems to be important.
Statues never do anything.
And the various land sharks
statues
in the
with
area.
mace hands.
Yeah. He is a powerful magic user we're confronting him in his seat of power. So.
Yeah, but there's 6 of us, and there's 1 of him. That's 5 more.
Count the statues in there, Carlos. Count the statues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They're made of stone. This guy is a earth elemental. Something tells me he can animate these things.
Oh, now, some of those statues you will recall, whoever went in saw that some of them were melted, and but there were many that were intact as well.
So if they were melted stone or melted metal?
Stone. They're all stone, so it looks like they were melted and sculpted. So it looks like someone took an existing statue that someone had carved and then somehow warped it and moved the stone after the carving.
Creepy.
Should we try to lure him out here?
I don't think he's
Would that even
going
work?
anywhere.
Yeah.
And if we did, then we would have all those dudes from the room up north to contend with.
That's
real
true.
fast.
We either need to go in there and do whatever, let him do his worst and try to get rid of him, or we should just move on.
I mean, I'm open to killing him.
Murder
just throwing
is
that out
always
there,
on the
but-
It's
table.
not off
Right?
the
Yeah,
table.
I mean, Regdar, he stole your hat. What do you think?
I mean, that hat was very unlucky for me. But he is very powerful.
Maybe it'll be
I just
unlucky
don't know what we're supposed to do with him.
Well, he's currently occupied, so if we wanted to get the rest of the lay of the land, we could do
Maybe
that.
we should keep exploring what else is going on here. And I don't know. I mean, it can't hurt to know more about this place and at least know where our exits are before we start any fights.
We've got more people we're supposed to be warning anyway. So.
Yeah.
We have a pretty good cover story.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as there's a fight, we don't have a cover story anymore.
Yeah. So do we want to try to continue south and get through that room of the awful land sharks? Or do we want to go back up through the other room to the west to go to visit, what was his name? The Arion?
Scott, how far can the sharks go from their pillars that they're chained to? Like, how much tether do they have?
So when you came in, it looked like one of them, the one that was closest to the entrance, moved about 15 feet towards you and then was stopped by this chain.
15 feet.
Looks like we can get around to the left, but...
So we could go there.
But then getting across the chasm.
That's probably where it is now.
Here, but you'd have to like really skirt the edge of the chasm.
Yeah, and we don't know that the other one is... the other two are chained.
And if they are, if they'll change the same length.
Yeah. I think we should go up.
Yeah. The chasm suggests that that's not like a well-trod path that people just going back and forth.
Although if they've got guys chained up on the other side, then there must be some way around there.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's to keep maybe things come up out of the chasm that they want to keep at bay. I don't know.
Why bother to chain them then?
Well, so they don't run off.
Or maybe the really important stuff actually happens just south of here, and this is the way that they guard that area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I mean, think about the room where all of the air elemental stuff happened. There were chasms and wind and gore and all kinds of stuff before we found that room. Or before you guys found that room. Zatasha was not there.
Yeah, I feel like we've got easier places we can get to right now.
Yeah.
Why don't we start with those? I mean,
right.
We've already technically warned the guy to the south, so maybe we'll raise some suspicions if we go back that way, but...
Well, no, because we'll tell him, we already talked to Mirage, whatever his name is, and now we're off to chat with Arion.
Do we have a ticking clock on when that charm wears off and he...
Oh, that was brief.
Okay.
Oh, well, he's going to be pissed.
I honestly don't know how that works. Like, if he's just like, for 1 minute, he's super pliable, and then after that, he's not anymore.
Charm is a general rule they're aware of after it wears off.
Because it's not the charm spell, so it may act the same as the charm spell. I don't know. It's mystic charm, but it doesn't say anything specific.
Well, if it doesn't say, then he doesn't know.
All right. Let's just head on back up. Say, all right. We warned
now gonna go tell the other guy.
Mud Sorcerer. We're on our way to visit Arion, torturer extraordinaire, and off we go.
Oh, all right. Going down this corridor, I shall reveal the corridor. It is a corridor. You see about halfway down, there's a door to the south, and then the corridor continues.
All right.
How far
I'll head to the door.
You see a statue here.
Ugh.
Carlos is going to peek around the corner and see what else is down here.
All right.
Yeah, sure. I would also like to
stay with Carlos.
Yeah, there's that.
Make sure he doesn't do anything. So 3 hallways meet in this room, as you can see. An alcove in the middle of the west hall holds a 10-foot tall statue depicting a crude humanoid form composed of earth boulders and sharp crystals. One massive rocky fist is raised above its blunt head. Shattered rubble from an older statue lies heaped around the pedestal on which this figure stands.
So I'll peek around to the north and south. I'm going to go here. I'm going to peek around to the south.
A door, and then the corridor continues.
All right.
And to the north.
Oh, go ahead.
To the north, you see a T that goes west and east.
I rolled a 22 to very stealthily open this door.
Oh. All right.
Who was watching Shara?
Nobody's watching Shara. You open the door into a room that has it looks like it's just basically, well, there are 2 people in it, and they're both sleeping on these beds.
Okay, I quietly close the door.
Yeah, don't toss those beds. Are those arrow loops in that room, Shara, or are those other doors off of that room?
Those are other doors that have brown curtains hanging between them.
I'll quietly walk through and check out the other room. I'll go.
Are you going into the room?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you see, give me a stealth check.
26.
Okay, so you walk in there, you see another person laying on a bed and a chair, 4 chairs and a table. And then you see another across from you, another doorway with a curtain hanging in it.
Okay, I'm going to go out and close the door. And just say, hey, bunches of people are sleeping in there.
Okay. So, all right, then I'm going to go up to here and peek around both corners.
Alrighty. So, the eastern corridor ends with a wall. The western way, you see, continues and ends with a wall, and then you can either go north or south. Before then, there's a little passageway that goes to the north.
All right. I'm going to just run back to check in with everybody. Okay, we've got lots of different ways to go. I suppose it's worth peeking south first. So I'll just peek around the corner.
Peek around the corner of south. And where are you? Oh, here we are. The corridor continues down, and you see it can go to the west, but there's also a chasm to the east.
Lots of chasms in this joint. Okay. Now I will pop back up to my friends. Okay, so that room has sleeping people. We've got a door right here. And then there's a door just to the north, and then a bunch of other just directions we can go. What do you think, folks?
Umlaw, weren't you grievously injured?
Define grievously.
You were down to like 21 hit points?
Yeah, I'm pretty low.
Should we maybe do something about that?
He's not one to complain.
Oh my god.
But yeah, if there's any heals going, he would take one. Or 2. Or 4.
Let's see. I can...
So where are you doing this?
Well, right now we're in this area right here. Or I don't know where Umlaw is. I'm here.
So where is it?
I'm like right here.
I'm standing in this intersection by this statue with the earthen fist.
Yes, I think all of us are there.
Yeah,
well,
I'm
everybody
thinking
who's in the
get out
corridor
of the way of the
sees to the east, walking down the corridor, a humanoid figure that seems to be encased in stone and is followed by 2 guards wearing that similar stone plate armor that you have seen before.
Guys, maybe we should get out of the way here.
And they just seem to be, they're just walking down the corridor.
Let's go north. Let's go.
Act like we belong here.
Sure. Well, let's
run
get
away
out of the way if we can first.
Act like we belong. Run!
We're just out for our jog.
And where are you going? Are you just going to hang out?
Around the corner.
Okay.
Waiting to see which direction they go.
Are we just going that way? Carlos is running. He's in the lead.
Regdar, hide!
This is not
What's
good.
north of Shara?
So they see anyone, Regdar, if you're standing where your
hide!
token is, you could
I
see.
am moving also with them.
Okay.
I'm moving with purpose. The key is not to run. Run looks guilty, but you can power walk. Power walk does not
as
look
you're
guilty.
walking down the corridor,
Yeah,
you
power
hear
walk never looks suspicious.
you hear them coming up this corridor.
Of course
son
they
of
are.
a...
All right, north. Well, I
Where
can't.
would you
We
like
can't.
to-
The thing is, we
I
can't see
should
what's north
reveal
of
this.
Shara.
So there is a doorway. there.
Oh, no.
Oh boy,
that
this
was
is
a bad
probably the
choice.
wrong way.
It's double doors, though. That looks important. So let's just go in and
Double
pretend
doors?
like we know.
Double doors. Isn't he dead?
And I will. So what would you like to do?
Spoilers.
You can hear them coming up the corridor. You've got to the west, you can run down that or walk purposefully down that hallway, or you can attempt to open these doors. Or something else.
Umlaw pretends to be a statue.
Or pretend to be a statue. See, I didn't even list that.
Wow.
So
Kachka pops open a door and looks inside.
All right.
open this door. Okay.
The one that I'm right next to.
Oh, this door.
Oh, this door, do you? You'll rue the day, Kachka.
Oh no.
Oh no,
great.
statues!
There are more statues in this.
Like a lot of statues.
This is a cavern. It has formations of flow stones, stalagmites, and stalactites everywhere. A stone building is anchored to the north, which I should reveal there.
Anchored.
It's just kind of like, it feels like it's been carved out of the stone. Okay. Numerous lifelike statues have been arranged amongst the rock formations. The statues depict creatures in poses suggesting, shock, fear, or agony.
Medusa is here.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
But there's guys coming behind us, so maybe we just
Yeah.
want to...
Guys, we
In
can
the
hide
room,
behind
in the
these
room.
things.
Yeah.
Let's go
Think
hide
of these
behind
not
some
as things
statues.
that we can. Yeah, think of these not as opponents, but as cover that will become opponents.
You can just close the
All
door.
right, so
Maybe those
you-
guys will wander past and we can just leave again.
So you're going to close the door.
Yeah,
gonna-
I'll stay over here and I'll listen at the door.
Okay, give
Yeah,
me
I
a
will
perception
also.
check.
They're probably going to come in the door.
12.
Not necessarily. Maybe they're
Hide
just on
behind-
patrol.
Then you hide behind the door.
You don't hear anything.
Yeah.
I got a 21.
You hear them coming closer and then seemingly moving further away.
All right. I tell everybody that. They went past. Do we want to check out that door to the north, or do we want to...
Yeah, I'm also gonna check out this door.
Might as
I
well.
want to see where they're going.
Well, you can peek out.
I'm gonna come over here by Omlal.
All right, so tell me... Well, Carlos has apparently left. So
I
Carlos
want
opens
to
the
peek
door.
out and see where they're going.
So you
I don't
peek
want to
out
lose
and
those guys.
You see
Why?
an empty corridor.
You know nothing about them. They could just be Joe and Frank and Ted.
They might be going to more
I don't know.
barracks.
That was a guy being escorted by 2 guards, right? That seems
Yeah.
like he's
or
important.
patrol.
And so
it was described more of as an escort than a patrol, so he could be
Umlal,
some kind of
you're,
VIP.
you're opening the door?
Yeah. God, there's so many statues. Why?
Could also be a prisoner. He was encased in rock.
You see a sumptuously appointed chamber featuring tapestries of gold and brown, a huge bed covered in pillows, fine mahogany furniture with crimson cushions, and lovely art objects, including sculptures, busts, and urns, and an arrow slit that if you peek out, it looks into a chasm.
This is
I'm
probably
going
Mirage's
to-
bedroom. That
I'm
the sorcerer.
gonna toss this entire room and find nothing.
All right, you move a bunch of stuff, and you're like, yeah, this room is sumptuously appointed, and yes, no treasure is here, which seems weird.
Stupid
Anybody else
monks.
want to look? Anybody else want to look?
I'm keeping watch at the door here.
Oh, look.
Shara was up there, closer.
It was an 8.
You can confirm that there is no treasure in this room.
Guys, come check out this sumptuously appointed room.
That is free.
Oh, actually, is there a desk?
treasure.
Is there a desk in there?
There is
Yeah.
a desk in here.
Okay. If I hear a mention of a desk, I'm heading that way. Because
There's a desk in here.
God, you cannot take
Love-
Zatasha to an IKEA. Let me tell you.
A desk.
well, I wouldn't care about IKEA, but like I'm a forger and a fence, so I like to look through people's personal papers and find out what kind of stuff they got.
Give me a perception check or an investigation check, I suppose. Whatever.
Okay, investigation, and then 17.
17. You find, as you look around the room, you find a couple of things. You find 2 urns that have in them 1,100 silver pieces and 130 platinum pieces.
Ooh, is somebody keeping track of our party
Oh, yeah, I
treasure
can do that.
somewhere? Okay.
How much was
you
that again? Say that again.
1,100 silver pieces and 130 platinum pieces.
Amlal,
count
because you
them all?
missed this, I'm going to make you carry it.
Yeah.
Yes, you counted them all. You're good at estimating. You find
This was my job.
on the wall. There's a beautiful tapestry that is probably not reasonable for you to take with you, but it's worth 400 gold pieces, and it depicts a dragon, unlike any dragon you've ever seen before. You also find a carved lyre worth 250 gold pieces.
Ooh.
An embroidered silk robe
Grab that Prakachka.
worth 80 gold pieces.
I
And
will take that silk robe.
Oh, and inside a wooden chest, you find a shirt of elven chainmail. which gives you, it's just like chainmail, except it gives you a +1 AC.
Is it
in addition to the
magic
normal chainmail?
Yeah,
Okay.
can anyone wear that? I mean, does that benefit anybody?
I think it would not be helpful for me because it would screw with my stealth and stuff if it's chainmail. It's probably too... Oh, yeah, I can only wear light armor, so I'm assuming elven chainmail is not light.
No.
Okay. Well...
Oh, wait, actually, yes, it is. Even if you lack proficiency with medium armor, you can wear this.
Oh.
It's mithril.
Oh, I just took magical armor as my magic from the Victorian hippos. I have my glamored magic armor.
Victorian hippos.
I was going to say, what happened to their theme song?
Victoria's secret is that they were hippos.
But my armor class is really pretty crappy. So what is the difference between... So right now I have glamored studded leather, so it's studded leather +1. How much better would this be?
Let me see. I forget what chainmail does. Chainmail, here we are. It would be 17.
Whoa, really? Okay, if nobody else wants it, can I please have it? Because my armor class is currently 12.
Yeah, I think you should
Do
take
it.
it.
All right. Thanks anyway, hippos.
Victorian hippos.
Their gifts are rejected.
Thanks for nothing.
They could be
They're just
sold
really
for
trying.
gold.
No exchanges. Sales are final.
They're deeply offended.
Aw. I'm deeply sorry, but now we have some sweet armor we could probably sell at some point.
And so you look through the desk, and there's no like papers or anything like that.
Aw,
this is all you find.
I was really intent on finding more information.
I know.
Yeah. So, how much was that lyre worth? It's
250 gold pieces.
All right. I grabbed that and carried out to Kachka.
It says it's worth that much, but it's really useless.
Ha.
I don't get it.
Because it's a liar.
All right. Where to next, gang?
Wordplay.
Should we check out this door to the southeast?
Homonyms.
Did anybody
Sure.
look out the arrow slit?
Yeah, it goes in the
yeah,
chasm.
yes.
I think
It goes
Amla
into
did.
the
He saw it was a
chasm.
cavern.
Cool.
All right, I'm stepping out of the room.
For all your shooting arrows into a chasm needs.
Hey, don't judge.
Arrows
everybody.
into
Maybe
chasm.
sometimes those gargoyles really make him mad.
Stealthy door opening. I rolled a 1.
Right, the door creaks open very loudly.
Sweet, just what I wanted.
It's really hard to oil stone hinges.
It
you know?
really is. Yeah.
And everybody in this room looks up.
Don't hinge.
So I make the triangle thing with my hands and say, I just want to let you know there's a monster on the loose upstairs. Watch doors and corners. Goodbye. And I close the door. And I'm like, there are a bunch of people in there, and there's another door beyond, but
It appears to be a mess hall.
Oh, we
man.
never get
more
in trouble there.
pancakes.
They're serving
Clean that
lunch.
all up.
Also, Shara, you noticed the figure, the stone encased figure is in there.
oh, I let Carlos know. Because I know he was worried.
Okay.
So now
They're
we have
eating.
not lost track.
Each other.
Okay.
We want to continue to the west.
Further to the west?
Yeah, I like that idea.
To the west, you can go north or south.
Let's peek around those corners.
This one, you will see a pair of Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
We win.
the joke and made it
We
myself.
win.
No. Double doors, and the corridor continues southernly, and to the north you see another tunnel that turns to the west.
I'm peeking.
All right. You see before you, what do you see here? 4 massive square columns support the ceiling of this ancient hall. Passages lead out to the northwest and southeast. In the middle of the hall stands a 10-foot statue of a stern dwarven warrior with spiked balls instead of hands.
Wait, what?
Steve,
Oh, boy.
Steve,
No.
Steven.
All right.
I'm gonna go peek around the corner to the south. I'm just
You see a corridor that continues south.
okay. More twisty hallways down here.
It's all twisty in here.
I'm gonna listen at the door. The double
Yeah,
doors.
I have-
The dumble doors.
The double doors.
Dumbledores.
Come to the
That was another
conclusion.
one.
I'm also listening.
All right.
Door. That is. So that's 23.
23.
Yep.
All right. You hear some sort of chanting.
Ooh.
It's probably not good chanting.
That
Did
might
we
be the kind of
ever,
stuff we need to break up.
Do we ever decide if anybody had any healings?
Oh, no, you guys didn't actually heal. Yeah, you were just like, let's look everywhere.
All right. Almost says, before I open the door, can we heal you? So, yeah.
Kachka
How?
or someone?
Mm-hmm. I will use. You're pretty far down.
So I'm at 21 out of 82, so I'm about a quarter of my max.
Yikes.
That's not great.
It's not fantastic.
Let's see.
I've been better.
I don't have a ton of side points left, but I will use.
I mean, I've got some healing words I
4
can
of
send
them.
your way, or
That seems like a
me
good
your-
time to use it.
Give me your best words.
those
Your
don't
finest words.
those don't do an enormous amount, or rather, cure wounds. It doesn't do an enormous amount of healing, but
All right. I will heal you to the tune of 18.
wow, that's impressive.
Well, it was 4 side points worth, so.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thanks.
All right, and then I will add on with a cure wounds.
So where are you doing this, by the way?
In the hallway.
I'm just right here.
Normal
outside the
healing
door.
place.
Like, where are we touching him?
No, like, where are you standing? Are you standing outside the front of these doors in this corridor?
Yep.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
it seems to be where we're all at.
I'm keeping like I'm looking
All
up and down the corridor. I figure there are enough people by the door that I'll know if they're open, but I'm keeping watch.
Alrighty.
Mine's an action.
So-
I don't think it requires any verbal components or anything. I just touch them.
Touch up.
And I think really hard about health for Amwal.
Helpful.
Yep. Almo feels better. He's at about half of his max.
All right.
Under half.
Well, here's my cure wounds coming your way. That does 11.
Alrighty. That brings me to 50 out of 82, which is...
Let's see. So, coming from the south, you hear footsteps.
Son of a...
Open this
Every
door.
time we stop, Scott's just going to throw a patrol at us. Do you want to go in this door?
Well,
Why
there's
not?
chanting happening.
Well,
This
there are
one was
people
full
in there.
This one is
Yeah.
full of chanting.
I love ducking through Dumbledore's.
Dumbledore it is! Open these doors.
We're just
Okay.
warning
How are you gonna open
everybody,
them?
so we got to open every door.
Stealthily?
And climb every mountain.
All right. Someone give me a stealth check.
23.
All right. You open the door
boy.
and you see
Oh, no.
an irregular pit fills the center of this large hall. In the middle of the pit
Why
stands an
couldn't it have been
obelisk.
a regular pit full of horrible things?
The obelisk is made of glistening black stone. Bleached bones lie scattered near the foot of the obelisk. A smaller stone post in front of the obelisk holds a pair of manacles. In those manacles is confined a strange-looking gnome with gray skin and a bald head. And you also see 4 cultists and this person kind of standing on a raised dais with his back to you, chanting. And the cultists are it's kind of like a call and response kind of thing. They're chanting.
Ugh, so annoying.
Seems like we should stop
Did you
this.
say...
Does this gnome appear to be being tortured, perhaps?
The gnome is struggling and
Yeah.
it is not seeming to enjoy its predicament.
I mean, he's in manacles, I feel like. I mean, you know,
Is this a...
not to be too
did you say
judgmental, but...
this is a pit or what?
It's an irregular. pit.
Irregular.
So there is the floor was workstone where you're standing now. That workstone extends into this room as well. In the middle, in an irregular pattern, it has been broken up and kind of the earth is showing through. As if they dug it up or something dug it up so that they could perform, be closer to the earth.
Well, this is it,
Earth
folks.
this case is dirt.
Yeah, I mean,
Shall we do?
knowing our team,
You want to give this guy the warning, or you want to?
I don't. So Carlos is seriously considering running in and body slamming the guy into the pit.
uh-huh.
I was gonna say, do you want to read him his rights or?
So the pit isn't like it's like slightly sunken.
Yeah,
It's
I would
not
just
like
tip. I would just tip him over, and he'd be.
All right.
I feel like we should. I think this is what we're looking for, right? This seems like the
Probably,
place
yeah.
we need to
I think
be.
this is
I don't know
probably
if
the
it
torture
is. There's something-
chamber.
I feel like there's something to be learned here.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
probably
think it's
true.
the goal, but I do think that this is. I think this is Arion the torturer,
Yeah, you're right.
possibly.
Seems
But-
likely.
But he's
Well,
torturing somebody.
Well, we
and
better leave him to his torture. Just
Like-
quietly back out. Close
I'd
the
be
doors.
fine
Right.
with
He's doing
that.
his job.
Because what we do in this party is save monsters, not dwarves.
It's a gnome.
It's a gnome.
It's a gnome.
Sorry, gnomes. I have one who works in my garden. What are you talking about?
And around the corner on the south, you hear approaching, and you look there, and you see a Duragar.
Let's go in. Shut the door.
Yeah.
Are we in or out?
Yeah, you tell me what you're going to do.
I haven't opened this door, so I will follow who's at the door.
Yeah, I'm way in
Umwell.
the back. I do see them, and I do the Duragars, and I let everyone else know that they're coming.
I mean, do they see us yet?
Make the symbol
Yes.
at them.
Okay.
I'm sure,
I tell
yeah.
them we've been sent to inform everybody that there's a monster loose upstairs. Please be aware of your surroundings.
Give me a deception check or persuasion,
If
whatever
you
you'd like.
see something, say something.
Did you make the triangle symbol with your hands?
Does it count as a lie if it's a
Claws?
lie we've already used like 7 times?
We're starting to
I mean, if
believe
you
it.
tell it enough, you start to believe it yourself.
And we know
so.
the password. Come on.
All right,
Didn't
so
ask for a
deception.
password. They're just walking by. They didn't even talk to you.
Yeah, they're like, whoa, buddy, nobody asked for your whole life story.
I got a 22.
They look at you and say, okay, and continue walking. What?
Have a good day.
Ori checks out.
Oh, they pause and look at you.
Have a cultish day.
Oh, boy.
It's
They
an
just-
auspicious day.
No, don't say anything. We're supposed to be silent.
Different cult. They will just keep, I'm not going to actually move them, but they'll walk past.
Okay.
Question, sorry about the elven chain. Is it a chain shirt or chain mail? Because the elven chain listed in D&D Beyond is a chain shirt.
It is a chain shirt.
Okay, in that case, that's up for grabs because it's not that much better than my glamored, I think.
Sweet chain
Okay.
shirt, bro.
I'll take it. I won't equip it yet, but I might want to.
I don't think I can wear it.
So is this door still open?
It's like Umlaut, when the Duragar came, Umlaut closed the door and was just like leaning against it, trying to look casual, which looked super out of suspicious.
All right, so what are you doing? You've closed the door. You're standing in, and you can still hear because you are now attuned to this chanting. So you hear chanting, and it seems to be increasing in intensity.
Let's get in there.
They're probably going to kill that gnome once they reach
All right,
the
Carlos, say get in there.
crescendo.
I'm going in.
Yeah, I think we don't want that to happen.
All right,
feel like
now as
that's-
you open the door, and you notice the obelisk which was glistening, and now you understand why it was glistening. You thought it was glistening, but really it was being covered by something that is called a black pudding that oozes out now and starts to ooze
black
towards
pudding.
the gnome. So
We
let
should-
us roll.
Umlaut does one of those things where he like walks in, he sees the thing, and he like doesn't even stop, like heel turns, and then just walks out again.
We should
Nope,
save that gnome.
nope,
He
nope,
might
nope,
actually have information that will help us since we're wandering aimlessly right now.
So let's roll initiative, please.
Okay.
I just locked my Mac.
Once again,
We win!
Yay!
Once again, my initiative is 0.
Oh no.
10?
I'm buying you new dice, Erica.
I'm fine rolling ones on initiative as long as I don't do it other times. And yes, FYI, a chain shirt is 13, not 17.
Oh no, I'm sorry that I've led you astray.
Yeah, I think it's the same as my armor.
It would be one better than what I've got, but I like having magic armor.
So I only have one 4th level spell slot, just FYI. So far, Fireball has been Fireball is 3rd level. I could cast it at 4th level for higher power. I could also, this is a new thing that Regdar has been waiting like 2 sessions to do. I have a new spell. It's called Summon Greater Demon.
What?
Just a regular guy.
Summon a greater demon. Just a regular guy. It's a guy I know. He's a friend. He can come over. We could do that and just leave.
Would that demon
the
also
point of
kill
intervening
the
here
gnome?
is to save what's his face from.
It might kill what's his face after it kills them.
That's the problem.
Oh, well, sorry. Next time I'll summon a more obedient demon.
Yeah, we need as much intel as we can get.
Do you think that gnome is going to tell us what we need to know?
Possibly.
Could tell us
Would
something.
you say that?
The halfling prisoners in the last place told us a lot.
I bet that gnome is not within. Well, I don't know. Do we target the priesty guy or the black pudding? I guess the black pudding may be about to eat the gnome.
Well, Ketchka, you go first. So you tell me.
Neat.
Ketchka set the tone of battle.
That's right.
So
that you just close the door.
That pudding is basically right on or next to the gnome at this point, right?
Yep.
All right, then I will whisper a discordant melody to it. The black pudding, that is.
That's at a careless whisper?
It's with extreme care, actually.
A careful whisper.
You need to probably move up 5 feet to see it, but yes.
Can I see it now?
Yes.
Hang on, how far is that? Maybe I need to move in closer. So from there, I will attempt to whisper dissonantly at the black pudding.
Okay.
It must make a wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty. 10, I assume, will not hit.
It will miss.
Will not succeed.
Yes. So it will take 15 psychic damage.
15 psychic damage. Okay.
And it must immediately use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from me. Which may buy our gnomic friend some time.
15. All right. And how fast? All right. So it will go 5, 10, and then it crawls 10 feet up the wall.
Ooh.
Okay.
So this pudding is like this black mass of tar that's just kind of oozing across the floor, and then it gets next to the wall and oozes up the wall. In a very unpleasant manner. And then on its turn, it oozes back down the wall, oozes across next to the gnome, and attacks the gnome.
Oh, dang it.
So it is trying to envelop the gnome with a pseudopod, reaches out and hits the gnome.
What's the roll on that?
The roll is a 21.
Ooh. Well, what the heck? I will try to use cutting words to disrupt that attack.
Okay.
So let me see. I roll. That roll is now a 13, that attack roll.
All right. So it seemed like it was somehow distracted, and the pseudopod slams next to the gnome, but does not hit the gnome.
Okay.
Carlos.
That's as much gnome protection as I can do for one round.
Yeah. I mean, we have a lot to learn about this gnome. We could learn its gnome de guerre.
Oh boy.
Cut that one out.
This is
Everybody dies.
This is definitely gnome place for jokes.
Look, if this black pudding is going to get to this gnome, it's going to have to get across the water because this no man is an island.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, everybody hold back. Show no mercy.
This is gnome country for old men.
You guys, no more.
Boy. Gnome sounds like lots of other words. That's where the humor is.
This gnome had better be a city in Alaska or...
Carlos, it's your turn. Please save me from the puns.
No. Me? Anyway,
Carlos has a heart attack.
So
and dies.
I'm in the room here. There's like a dude next to me. Is that right?
There is a cultist standing next to you. He's wearing robes and a mask, and he was chanting. He's stopped and he's looking at you, but he hasn't done anything.
Well, I would like to step forward and attack our friend, the whoever this guy is.
All right, so this person has his back to you, but he is clearly a Black Earth priest.
Black Earth priest. Great. I'm gonna surprise him by attacking him bodily.
Oh, all right. Go for it.
28 to hit? That's a crit. That's a crit, actually.
I think a 28 will hit.
Yeah, that's a crit. So what do I get for a crit?
You roll your damage twice.
I roll my damage twice. Okay, well then instead of what's on there,
or
I'm going to
twice
roll
the dice.
Twice the
However
dice,
you want
yes.
to do it.
That's 16 damage.
All right.
And then 15 to hit him?
15 does not hit.
Okay, so I hit him once with my scimitar. I miss with the flame tongue short sword, but then I get my second attack. Misses with the scimitar, but hits with the flame tongue sword for 10 damage.
All right. He's not looking great. Anything else, Carlos?
Yeah, actually, I am going to take my action here, my whatever it's called.
Action surge?
Action surge, that's what it is.
Action surge.
I just have to look on what my where do I check that box? There's the box. I checked it. And so I'm going to attack him again. 18 and 17.
Both of those hit.
All right. Well, that's another 26 damage.
All right. So he twirls around when he hears you approaching, and you hit him a couple times, and then you take your flame tongue short sword and jam it into his back, and he crumples dead to the floor.
Nice.
Wow.
Well played.
That's the end of my turn.
With
Hey,
flourish.
before he falls, let him know about that monster that's loose upstairs.
We
got a job to do.
I make the
whispers
triangle
Carlos.
symbol with my hand
Carlos
while
whispers in
holding
his ears.
two weapons. I make it with the weapons. Yeah.
We're the monsters.
All along. Speaking of monsters,
I'm the
Umlaw, it's
monster
your
now.
turn.
I am the monster now. All right. Almwal, there's a cultist standing next to Almwal.
Yes, sir.
There's a cultist who has been slashed at with a greatsword.
Oh, that's my favorite child's book. I got it for my kids.
It's at the end of the book.
Yeah, that's right. That's the name of the book. The cultist dies at the end of this book.
Yep. 20.
So you take your longsword and cut that cultist in half.
All right. He's dead.
He is not going to recover.
I guess the book is over.
From being cut in half. Almost shimmies backwards and takes a second swing with
All right.
his greatsword. 22, and does basically more damage than last time.
This
So
cultist is also dead.
he gives a hard stare at the other two cultists.
Maybe we should just keep him alive and question him in case the gnome dies.
We'll keep one. Almost says out loud. One of you may live. You decide which one.
Oh dear. Shara, you have seen Carlos and Umlal enter and murder 3 people very quickly.
Murder is a strong but accurate word.
It's very efficient.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna step into the room, just one step into the room. I assess, I see this gross monstrosity coming after the gnome. I look at the gnome. I cast levitate on the gnome.
Yay!
To get him out of the way.
He is. So he levitates off about 10 feet off the ground and is now hovering manacled to an obelisk.
It's
Shara,
still
nothing that says you can't levitate the pudding.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. I mean, yeah, okay, we'll see what it does. I'm worried because it's viscous, but yeah,
No.
okay, I'll levitate the pudding.
Now I have to read about levitate, don't I?
I'll levitate the pudding is not a
levitate
sentence I thought.
We
I would
picture,
make
you know,
today.
It's
liquid
supposed
on
to
the
make a
space station.
Constitution saving throw.
Yes, it appears so. Let's see. How heavy is a black pudding is the other question, but we'll just assume.
I can do up to 500 pounds.
Wow.
So I guess it depends upon how much there is.
Oops. How much black pudding? So it fails.
Very
so
rich
it is,
black pudding.
It is hovering 20 feet off the ground.
Okay.
So it's basically incapacitated unless it can push against anything.
Yeah.
As long
That
as you
was a
stay
good idea.
concentrating
Oh
on
man,
it.
it probably looks really weird floating in space, and it's all kind of
Let's
just
do
like
that.
trying to
Yes, it's kind
undulate.
it's
Super
undulating
disturbing.
in a most distressing manner. The gnome looks up at you and says, I don't know who you people are, but save me. Continue to kill these cultists and then free me.
Man, pushy.
The cultists.
Demanding. I don't know. We were already kind of doing that, man. Like,
This
don't tell us our
cultist
jobs. We won't
is-
tell you how to
Yeah,
get
don't
tortured.
micromanage.
Oh, sneaky
So-
cultist trying to sneak away.
He's running away. Umlal, you get an attack of opportunity, as do you, Shara.
21,
As
All
will
right.
Kachka
Give
and
me
me.
damage. 15.
15.
All right,
Alma
so
holds out his sword, and the guy, I guess, just sort of runs through it.
Stop hitting yourself.
And Alma looks at the last cultist and be like, you know, just stay where you are.
Are the two halves of him running in opposite directions now?
Oh no, too soon.
This has gotten very cartoony.
No, because only the bottom half can run.
This cultist is going to run up here and attack Shara because he's like, well, what am I going to do?
Oh, it's going to attack
You
me.
could
He is.
surrender.
He's got
well,
he takes out,
Well, that's grounds for murder.
throws back his robe, and he has a scimitar that he takes out and he tries to slash you with it.
Really? You didn't watch your three friends get cut down?
I know.
Yeah, he watched his friend trying to run away and get cut down. So 13
Running
probably
away
misses
is
you,
not
though.
surrendering.
It does. Yeah.
So he's very nervous and he's shaking as he tries to hit you, and he completely misses.
Maybe just punch him in the head or something.
So you want to do
Kachka has
non-lethal
all that
damage to
rope.
this dude and maybe grill him for information, or
Yeah.
And you might want to even just see if he surrenders.
Regdar
does
Drop
not like
Your
Black pudding.
sword.
Regdar will fire a fireball at the black pudding, which is conveniently floating 20 feet up in the air. It needs to make
True.
a DC 16 dexterity save. I don't know if it has disadvantage imposed by the levitating.
I will say that it does. And I assume you're going to arrange the fireball in such a way as not to engulf the gnome
Sure, I
as well?
figured that would be pretty easy to do if it's levitating 20 feet up in the air above it.
Yes. I
Because
just need to check.
the fireball is a 20-foot radius sphere.
It fails.
It takes 8d6 damage.
No.
86.
It takes
86 damage. Oh my god.
86.
I clearly enunciated that so as to avoid this confusion.
Har, har, har.
86 the
Like that
86
works.
jokes.
Dumbledore.
So in that case, the 86 is 32 damage.
This
It's
is
a new math.
32 damages.
32 damages. All right, it is still undulating, but it has some scorched patches on
More
it.
of a
and this
burnt pudding
room-
now.
I mean, burnt black pudding is not a scent that you easily forget.
No, this is not something available in your standard candle shop.
No.
I'm done.
Zatasha.
All right, I want to get in the room. 2, 3.
All right, I'm just going to get rid of these cultists.
I'm going to move my movement. On my next turn, if the pudding is still out of the way, I might try to free him. But for now, I'm going to mind thrust at the pudding, so it needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
All right, let's see.
The pudding, by the
how-
way, is just hovering there. It can't do anything until, I mean, unless...
Yeah, but I don't have
It
enough
might be wiser to
movement.
get the gnome out of the way.
I don't have enough movement to get there and try to get him out. So
Okay.
this time, I'm just going to do damage.
I fail.
Okay. Then it takes 16 points of psychic damage.
All right. It shudders, but it's not dead.
Okay, that is it for
It's still
Zatasha.
moving, I should say. I guess it's hard to tell when this thing is dead. Kachka, you've got a hovering pudding, a manacled gnome, a bunch of corpses. One cultist is still alive. There's a cultist on the board.
Yeah. Are we going to try to keep this guy alive for the moment?
Use your rope.
I think we got to incapacitate him first or disable him in some way, right?
Well, I don't know. You've got a lot of rope. You could just throw it all at him.
So I could bury him under
Bury him in
600 feet of rope.
Right. Like, it's not... It's
That could
heavy.
totally
It's
kill
fine.
somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't cover his airways.
I'm going to do a weird thing. I'm going to step forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try to hit this guy with my Githka doing non-lethal damage, so with the blunted part of it.
Mm-hmm. Subdual damage.
Sure. And that is a 20 versus AC.
That will hit someone who is just wearing robes.
And that actually does just 5 damage.
All right, so you hit him upside the head. He looks a little dazed, but he is still standing.
I think I get a second attack with that one, too. Because the Githkas, we determined it was like a dual weapon. I just don't get the same...
Sure.
I just don't get the same bonus on it for damage. And that won't hit anyway. That's a 9.
That does not hit.
Okay.
Does he comment on how the Githka didn't seem to be there and then suddenly magically appeared?
Whoa.
What?
Where'd that come from?
The black pudding, I'm going to say, will get another saving throw to not be levitating. And he got 21, so I feel like now he's shook out of the levitating and he splashes back onto the ground in a very unsettling manner. But that's all he can do.
Does it take falling damage for falling 20 feet?
It does not. It's a pudding.
Advantages of being a pudding.
He's not supposed to get another saving throw, though. Per the spell,
he does.
per the spell effect. So
He's
he
an
remains
unwilling
suspended there for
creature.
the duration.
I think that's a dumb rule. Let's see.
All right.
Also, you can't trade actions for bonus action.
What?
Somebody find a tweet, quick.
Carlos.
Okay, Carlos is going to go to the gnome and try to extract him and take him away. What do I need to do?
Well, so the gnome is shackled to this obelisk. So you could attempt to break the manacles. I suppose you don't know how to pick locks, so you could cut off his hands.
Or you could break the pudding. Why don't you just go break the pudding
quickly?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna smash the pudding then.
Oh, okay.
Smashed pudding.
Please, not in public.
Not a euphemism. 17 and 28 to hit.
The 28's a crit.
All right, and you're using a scimitar. Let me just look something up.
And the flame tongue short sword. Are you thinking of the different kinds of damage?
I am. Okay, so you hit and hit the black pudding, and it splits into 2 black puddings.
Oh. Okay.
Did I do damage to it?
You did.
And then the flame tongue short sword would have gotten a 28 and do 10 damage, some of which is
But that's
fire
a crit,
damage,
so
if
it
that
would
matters.
be
That's
more.
bludgeoning. So the first one was this is piercing. The first set scimitar is
slashing.
slashing, and the flame tongue short sword is piercing.
It doesn't do
second.
fire damage as well.
It does some of that damage. That 10 damage is fire damage if it matters.
It probably does. So how much of that? Plus, if the 28 is a crit, then you also need to roll a
Oh yeah, it
second time.
actually is a crit. You're right.
All right, there was a lot of talking while I was doing things. So you hit, and he takes 8 damage from the scimitar. All right,
Yeah,
he splits into 22, and now your second attack will hit the first pudding. So tell me the damage on the flame tongue short sword.
Dice.
Okay, so that's 20 damage. Some of that is flame damage. Some of that 6.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, doesn't matter. See, doesn't matter. That's what I was looking
Well,
for.
someday it will.
And that is attack 1, right?
All right, and you also take, as you're hitting it,
Oh no.
it kind of splashes on you.
Good job. You're chopping it up and it's stuff that's dissolving you. That's how you know you're being successful.
That's right. You take 15 points of acid damage.
Ouch. I've got my second attack, though.
All right, give it to me. Which there are 2 puddings now. Which pudding?
I don't know.
Are you hitting with your scimitar?
The upper the northern pudding.
Okay.
27 and 11.
All right, so the 27 is on the scimitar. It hits, and now there are 3 puddings.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
And you are surrounded. You also
bad.
take more acid damage.
Okay.
So you take 16 points of acid damage.
All right.
And give me, so they took 8 points.
Pudding should still be levitating anyway.
Can you levitate a black pudding?
And you were hitting that one, yeah, okay. And then this one has 22. All right, there we go. So 8 points. That one was your flame sword did 11. Is that right to hit? So that misses.
All right. Oh,
Okay.
I've still got my inspiration from you from last time, don't I? So can I re-roll that one?
Yes,
I'll do that then.
but you really roll it at advantage, but same difference.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Before people grumble about rules.
25 then.
That hits.
All right, that's 12 damage.
All right. So the 2 black puddings look very poorly positioned in the health arena.
Okay,
and they're
and as a bonus action, I'm going to take my second wind now.
But you hit that one, so you take another 8 points of damage.
All right.
So what happens is basically you pull out these swords, you start hacking into this black pudding, it splits into 3 and splashes you. You are now covered with a lot of black kind of ichor that is sizzling against your skin.
All right.
What, listeners? We've used chitin and ichor in the same recording session.
Oh, that's right. Get out your dark sun
if we get the
bingo.
third one,
That priest is dead. Umlal.
if we get Carapace, that's a 3-fer.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's a cultist that is still standing.
Amlal's gonna walk. This is like a little set, like a platform or something, right?
Yeah, it's like a little raised platform.
Yeah, he's gonna jump up on that and hurl a javelin at one of the black puddings.
Okay.
Which one? Do we have any idea which ones we should be focusing on?
There are 2 that look bad.
Northernly ones look bad, and the one at the bottom looks bad, but not as bad.
We'll start with that one.
Okay.
27.
That hits. It's dead.
Great. We go to the next one in the middle. That's only a 13.
13 will hit.
And 7 damage.
And it is dead.
Amal looks at Carlos and goes, "That's how you kill black pudding. Javelin, not sword."
Okay. Just reading something. There we go.
Never ominous.
I just want to see if something happens when they die, like they explode or something, but they don't. Shara.
All right, I am going to
standing
trust.
next to a cultist.
Yeah, I'm going to trust Kochka and Regdar have this cultist handled, and I'm going to come
Gonna get
over.
attacked.
You get an attack of opportunity.
She can disengage.
No,
as a
I'm taking my bonus action to disengage.
All right.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you.
All right.
Yeah,
Shifty.
and I'm coming to the gnome, and I am trying to
Come to the gnome.
pick the locks on his manacles and get him away.
Welcome,
Gnome
gnome.
on the range.
So that's
Man, I can't wait till we leave this and go home away from Gnome.
I don't want to leave. There's no place like Gnome.
18.
You easily unlock the manacles.
Okay, so I'm out of move, but I'm gonna be like, you can run.
The gnome says, "Yes, I can. It's my turn, so I'm going to." And he runs away. Let's see. That's 5.
Don't go too far. We have questions for you. We just saved you.
We need.
There's a bunch of guys out there.
Think you're going to get out of here without our help?
Peace out, homies.
What?
He doesn't say that because that's not very gnomey. The cultist will go over here and
Peace
attack
out,
the gnome.
gnomies is what he would say.
Oh no!
No, we just saved that guy.
Oh.
Or did we?
The cultist hits the gnome. I rolled
What?
the wrong damage, though.
The gnome gets for running.
Stupid gnome running from a scene where someone was trying to kill him and then someone else bursted in and killed a whole bunch of people. How dare you? He takes 6 points of damage. He gets slashed across his chest and he kind of stumbles to the ground.
Don't like that.
Regdar.
I'm going to aim a ray of frost at the cultist's foot.
Okay.
Whoops.
That hits. Oh, the cultist needs to make a saving throw, right?
I crit.
No. I think Ray of Frost is an attack roll, right?
I think
it's an
Ray of
attack
Frost
roll.
is just an attack.
Oh, well then that cultist is dead.
Okay.
Coldfoot.
Never trust
I accidentally,
Rigdar,
I thought like, oh, I'll just kind of chill his foot so that he can't chase us as well, and I blow his foot off with a ray of frost.
That's right. And then he falls into shock and dies.
Yep. That's how it happens.
That's how it works.
That's how
I'm sure that gnome is feeling super great right now. Just
Yes, Zatasha.
Yeah.
I'm going to mind thrust the pudding that is left.
The left pudding.
So
Can't we
it
just
needs
leave
to
it?
make an intelligence saving throw.
I can guarantee it will fail, but let's see. I might as well roll.
You guaranteed it.
I failed, yes. Okay. Well, it has a -5 on its intelligence roll, so...
Okay. All right, that is 12 points of psychic damage.
All right, it shudders, but it is still up.
Oh, boy.
Or still oozing, I suppose.
Is that gnome dead, or he just fell down?
Give me a perception check. Or insight, whatever you'd like.
Either way, it's the same. It's a 20.
Seem like they're dead.
What was it?
It's a 20. I'm going to move over to the gnome.
He's alive. He's just he was weak from being manacled, and now he just got slashed across his stomach, so he's in pain.
Is he unconscious or just?
Because I
He's
have.
awake.
Because I could. Oh, okay. Never mind. Because I can stabilize somebody as a bonus action. But if he doesn't need stabilizing, I won't do that because that
Well,
would
you
be
can just, grip him about the shoulders and make sure he doesn't tip over.
Yeah.
That's stabilizing.
Kachka, it's your turn.
Okay, Kachka thinks we ought to just leave this black pudding, but since it doesn't cost her anything, she's going to go ahead and viciously mock it.
That requires a saving throw of some sort.
Wisdom, please.
Wisdom saving throw. I'm slightly wiser, but no, I fail.
Okay, in that case, you shall take...
It's gurgling and
5 psychic damage and
gurgling.
have disadvantage on your next attack.
all right. This black pudding is looking pretty bad, but it's kind of in its death throes. It could see Carlos, and a pseudopod reaches out and tries to slam Carlos
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage. 15.
Nope.
Misses, I'm sure. All right, Carlos, you've got the pudding next to you.
I think
Well-
you should. No, you can't just step away. Never mind. Although, you are 5 feet away from it now, according to the map. So maybe you could
yeah,
Ray
it
of
would've
Frost and
moved.
kill it.
It
Oh.
moved 5 feet closer.
Never mind then.
Can I disengage
Yes.
and then
Then you can't attack.
then
Then-
Ray of Frost it?
No.
Disengage is
Oh
an
no, I
action.
can't.
Disengage
I'm
is
just
your
gonna
action.
attack it then. Let's just do that
With what?
with my
Oh no.
with my stuff. With my stuff.
Okay.
I'm so close.
But to be fair, that is what Carlos would absolutely do.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Okay, I hit it twice, and that is 18 damage.
It's dead. It doesn't have enough hit points to split. You're lucky. It darkens and turns to ash.
Got blacker?
But you
I
hit
thought
it
it could get
twice,
none
so
more
you
black.
take
Could
12
this
points of
gnome-
acid damage.
Oh,
That's what I was.
perhaps
wondering.
this gnome could share with us some useful wisdom.
Yeah,
about
I'm gonna roll a
the nature
medicine
of this
check.
elfin cult.
Ooh, I got a 20
Perhaps.
on a medicine check to help start bandaging the gnome's wounds that he just
All right.
took
Well,
here.
the gnome gets. He appreciates you bandaging him up, and he says, "Oh, thank you so much. My name is Rock Glitterstone.
No.
Sounds like a fake name.
I can see why these guys abducted you.
I was an explorer I still am an explorer, and I
Regdar,
am
out of the hall.
I was trying to sneak in. There's a complex that is underneath this dungeon.
What? There's another basement?
There is, and I was trying to sneak into it, and these cultists captured me. And I could tell you a couple of things. Their leader is down in. They each have these kind of elemental nodes in this dungeon. And I don't know what they're doing in them, but I don't think it's good. And their leader is down there. He is a Medusa by the name of Marlos Unrael.
Can you spell that for my list?
And to the south, there is a staircase that will lead further down into where I think you can enter I was trying to get there. I think that goes to someplace called the Fane of the Eye, which I believe connects all of these elemental nodes, but I couldn't get there. I got caught before.
Why in the world were you trying to get down there?
I just want to see what was going on.
Gnomes.
I'm curious. I heard some weird stories and I wanted to sneak down there and see them for myself.
Well, that's where we're headed. So, I mean, if you're really excited to find out, you're welcome to tag along. You said it's the south staircase and it leads to the Thane of the Eye.
Yes, just right down the south corridor here.
What? Okay. And what was the name of their leader again?
Their leader is Marlos Unrael.
Carlos Unreal. Got it.
Yep. He's a Medusa.
Great news.
Wow.
And they seem to be trying to, I don't know what they're trying to do, but they have these, they keep talking about these nodes. That priest that was going to kill me was apparently going to sacrifice me to some god to help power this node or something. I don't really understand what was going on.
Huh.
But I thank you very much for saving my life. I also thank you for extending the invitation to join you. But I think if you could tell me how I could sneak out of here, I have had enough adventure for my life.
Well, the sneaking
all about that.
The sneaking might be difficult because we got in here by just bluffing. So
well, there's plenty of
here's the
cultist
password.
robes laying around. They might be a little bloody.
I show him the password too.
Oh well, thank you. Yeah, I've seen them use that, and all the robes in here are completely covered in blood.
Well, that's all right. Doesn't Regdar have the ability to prestidigitate them clean?
If Regdar would like to do so.
I may not have that cantrip anymore. Hold on a second. Yeah, about that. I can cast Mage Hand or Light or Ray of Frost or Acid Splash.
Oh.
I use Acid Splash to clean them.
I was going to say Mage Hand to dust them off.
We can give him rough directions to like the way that we got in. Draw him a little map on the ground in the dust or something.
Okay. And he will take those directions and thank you for your help. And he
good luck.
Will leave. It's actually he's leaving. He puts on one of the robes and the masks, even though it's bloody, because he figures it's better than nothing, and walks out.
He's gonna find his way gnome.
He will. As he's walking, he tells you, go down this southern corridor right here, and there's a staircase that will take you deeper into the Fane of the Eye.
I think it's safe to say that house with the stuff that we raided with the statues out front is probably Marlos's pad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so will our adventurers go down further into the depths of the Fane of the Eye and encounter more weird elemental cultists? Find out next time on Total Party Kill.